Welcome to Average Dude's Slow Pitch.
Yo, Hendo here with Average Dude's Slow Pitch. Today we're getting a chance to bring out three relatively new Mikens. We've got the Miken Freak Incognito. This is a sports excellence, so that's a Canadian company, kind of exclusive. Here in a second, right when this is over, I have a quick short video to show you kind of the unique way this paint job changes based on the light. Pretty kind of cool in my mind, but this one is a 12.75 two-piece max load. The Miken Freakadelic is a 12.5 two-piece max load. And then we got KP's all new 873 one-piece. This is a 12.75 max load. So all three are gonna be basically those half ounces. I believe, yeah, all 27, so pretty similar there. Figured why not get the Mikens kind of out here on the same video. Knocking out the intro now, obviously over here off to the side. The way the sun sits on this field, they moved us our reservation. Once we got here, they, I guess, rescheduled a baseball game on the other field. So we gotta let that sun set here in about 20 minutes. When we start hitting, you'll notice the sun's pretty much down, hitting under the lights. But right now it's still 81 here in New Mexico, and it's not supposed to get any lower than like 77 or 76 it showed, so no issues there. But we'll go ahead, get some swings on these. We're gonna roll out with these, some 52s very briefly, primarily because obviously we've got kind of the Canadian version or exclusive up there, and I know a lot of the Canadians use those 52s. Get a couple swings on those, then come back primarily obviously with Pro-Ms like normal. Then we'll get back to the garage with final compression, final thoughts. This field here is 310 all the way around. Wind should be pretty much non-existent. Any little gusts we've got are blowing straight in, so that helps a little bit. But at this point, as the sun goes down, the wind should pretty much just die off completely. So let's go ahead, throw these on the tester, come back and see how they perform. I'm gonna do my best to get you guys a look at how this paint job is. So as you can tell here, we're kind of in the shade as we're unloading the trailer. You got kind of that purple. You'll notice as you get into the sun, that Incognito goes gold, and you can see the kind of gold flakes in there as well. So you'll see that as this thing hits different shades, it's different colors. You get a darker green there. As you get real into the sun, as you can see, it's more of a goldish yellow. And then you got that flaky with the purple here. So figure I want to show you guys that, since that's kind of the unique side of this one. Let's go get some swings on it. All right, we're gonna start with the Miken Incognito. We were gonna go all Pro-Ms here on these Mikens today, but with this one being a Canada exclusive, we're gonna go ahead and start with this one with 52s, just because obviously I know a lot of players in Canada have to use 52s. So let's see how this one performs with 52s. Then we'll roll into this one with Pro-Ms, into our Freak-A-Delic, and finish with KP's new 873.
100 miles per hour. 98 miles per hour.
I actually don't mind swinging that one.
Well, that's some good 52 performance right there.
100 miles per hour.
Yeah, it is. Whoo-wee.
94 miles per
There's
hour.
a miss right there. And again, 94 still came off good. And then with the 52s, they're just soft enough that there was no real sting in the hands. You can just tell from the change on the feel that we missed the sweet spot.
98 miles per hour.
There's the sweet spot. Yeah, this bat handles the 52s really well.
100 miles per hour.
Yeah, well, we're not going to throw a bunch of 52s on there. It performs really well. Good carriage you saw there. Super easy to control, super forgiving, and you still get good feedback on it. Let's jump over now and start rolling through our Pro-Ms. Pro-Ms, Incognito first.
100 miles per hour.
100 miles per hour, definitely caught it low towards the hands a little bit, got a little bit of sting.
102 miles per hour.
Goodness gracious. And this is a 27 max load, so half ounce, super easy to control. If you normally swing 27, it feels normal to me, so I'm definitely not guessing there's any issues here with the weighting as far as going with your normal weight.
103 miles per hour. 105 miles per hour.
There's every bit of the sweet spot right there. Holy moly.
100 miles per hour.
Goodness gracious. Almost up on top of the hill. This Incognito is definitely a good one, regardless of what type of ball you're using.
100 miles per hour.
Oh, we're done. That's it. Yeah. Incognito, great option. Absolute rocket launcher, tons of forgiveness, really good feedback. Not really much I'll say there. Regardless of what type of ball you got to use, definitely a good option. Let's hop over now, straight into Pro M's here with the Freak-A-Delic.
105 miles per hour.
So only 0.25 inches short of a barrel. Obviously different paint. That one's got that real glossy, obviously shiny paint job you saw in the beginning. But here on this matte paint job, you can tell it's starting a lot hotter, feedback wise and feel wise. And you just saw that from kind of the way that ball came off there. But usually with the glossy paint jobs, you just need some more swings to kind of almost break up the gloss and allow the bat to really open up. But we've also noticed we get a good carry with most of the gloss bats we saw with Incognito.
103 miles per hour.
Goodness gracious. Oh boy, all right. This thing has a great feel to it, great sound.
88 miles per hour. 90 miles per hour.
Whoa! Did you hear that?
100 miles per hour.
Go down, golf it for a 100. We'll take it. Yeah, this one feels real nice. Real nice.
85 miles per hour. 106 miles per hour.
Each swing is better and better. If you hear cheering, there's a baseball game going on the other field. That's why we're on this field.
84 miles per hour.
Wow, that was a nice cut.
105 miles per hour.
Okay.
80 miles per hour. 82 miles per hour.
Okay, there it is, 12 and a half Freak-A-Delic. 27 ounce max end load. Very, very nice. You can feel the feedback, the trampoline effect, the flex in the handle. You can feel it all in all the same swing. Very controllable. I started off really good with a couple of good solid sweet spot hits, and then I kind of fell off. But ultimately, I don't know, hard comparison for me, but there you go.
105 miles per hour.
That, yeah, Freak-A-Delic, I mean, crazy good feedback. Tons of forgiveness even for 12 and a half. Good sound. I mean, definitely a good option there. Between the two of them, I mean, it'd be a tough choice here between the Incognito and the Freak-A-Delic for the two pieces, but this one I think might have had slightly better carry. But obviously the speeds and the sound, for me, I think this is probably my preference, but I'm also a huge 12 and a half inch fan. So either way, let's hop over now to 873 and then we'll get back and wrap this thing up.
107 miles per hour.
I'll take that for the first swing with KP's new bat. Let's go.
Well, boys and girls, today I get to swing the 12 and a half Miken Freakadelic U-Trip. It's max load, and it is a 27 ounce. And I get to swing the KP 873 bat. It's a 12 and 3/4. Yeah, there it is right there. It's a max load. I've never swung a KP, so I get to do it today. And I'll start off with KP's bat. Here we go.
80 miles per hour. 93 miles
That's
per
too
hour.
much lift, but that ball's flying. Yeah, almost to our street out there. Too much air, that's what I said.
87 miles per hour.
Wow.
108 miles per hour.
Listen, I got a chance to talk to KP about this bat just before. Where are we going? Vieira? It had to be Vieira. And
102 miles per hour.
I got a chance to talk to KP just about this bat just before Vieira. Happened to sit next to him on the layover flight. And he talked it up, and everything he said's correct about this one.
86 miles per hour.
Wow.
107 miles per hour.
Oh, this bat doesn't need any swings, I'm telling you. I can tell you right now, this is going to be too many swings we're putting on it. 100% game ready and gas.
82 miles per hour. $108 miles per hour.
Yep, this is a crazy consistent barrel, especially on a one piece, and super forgiving.
88 miles per hour. 109 miles per hour.
I was ready to turn back and look at you too. I thought I did it.
I thought you did too.
84 miles per hour.
That's that did sound really good. It felt really well too.
104 miles per hour.
Crazy part with that one was the ball ended up kind of tailing in. I was just stepping out of the box, caught a little low on the barrel, and you can see that forgiveness is just wild on this one.
86 miles per hour.
That was off the tip. I got that kind of high.
83 miles per hour.
Okay, so there's the KP for me. 873, 12 3/4 max load, half ounce, 27 ounce bat for a one piece. It was it's stiff, yes, for somebody like me, but it's easily controllable with that 12 3/4 inch barrel. I liked it a lot, had a good feel to it, gave you just the right amount of feedback. I actually hit one out on the line, which is surprising for me, but there we go.
101 miles per hour.
We're done. Well, the street will do it for the KP. So between all three of these, all three are excellent options. Just gonna go preference there with you guys. If you want something a little bit longer, two piece, I think slightly more flex in my mind than the Freak-A-Delic. That's your Incognito. Handles both balls really well. Freak-A-Delic, great sound, great forgiveness, feedback, all that kind of stuff. 12.5. But if I'm putting one of these in my bag, it's gonna be the 873. Hands down. This thing is gas. You get that one piece kind of extra velo and kind of performance with still a two piece almost forgiveness and outstanding feedback. So I can't wait to see KP use this some of these upcoming tournaments. Head out to Millington this week, see what he does out there on that big old stadium with it. But let's get these back, throw them on the tester. Final thoughts.
All right, now we're back at the house about 24 hours later. Let's see where these Mikens test, starting with the shortest of the barrels, the 12.5 Miken Freakadelic. Dial that up to 0. This is sitting like dead on 240. That pretty much makes sense. I mean, with how this thing felt, definitely game ready. Something I wouldn't BP a whole bunch by any means. If you're somebody like me who likes to put some BP swings though on the bats they game, 52s, or if you unfortunately don't have any 52s, then go ahead and I would say kind of like 3/4 swing, whatever, just to get a feel for it. Or obviously don't put 100 swings on it. The Incognito, and this one's still sitting right at 250. It's pretty awesome because obviously we put 52s on this one and Pro-Ms, so still at a good point for being kind of that game ready feel. Feels really good. And then the 873, this is another one. I would be kind of surprised if this passes based on how good this felt from basically swing number 1. If it does pass, this is going to be pretty awesome for, and look at that, a little bit over 240. And again, with all these, we are here in New Mexico where at elevation we see anywhere from 10 to 15 PSI at times low here. So for how good this one felt, this is pretty surprising. But either way, we'll talk about it briefly in the final thoughts. All right, and that's going to wrap it up here for our Miken review of the Freak-A-Delic 12.5-inch max load, the Incognito 12.75 max load, and then KP's all-new 873, the one piece of the bunch, 12.75 max load. And really with all three of them, they all have got really good sweet spots, tons of forgiveness off of all three. For me, the 873 definitely wins as far as the sweet spot goes. As you kind of saw with the exit velos we were seeing,
some of the forgiveness, things like that. 873 absolutely killed it. And the fact that it was still passing compression was pretty wild to me. For the Incognito, again, Canadian exclusive from sportsexcellence.com. This one, the paint job on it, obviously super cool. Saw that there at the beginning. Handled the 52 is great, which was actually a little bit, I'd say it performed better than I expected with the 52s, just what we've seen kind of from the Miken line of stuff. Not they've been bad, but this one performed really well with good feedback, good performance. And then with the Freak-A-Delic, pretty much from swing number one, great sound, great feel, really good sweet spot. All three of these are really good options. If you're somebody who prefers, obviously, a two-piece, you've got the Incognito and the Freak-A-Delic. The Incognito, to me, gives you a little more of the trampoline feel, whereas the Freak-A-Delic's more of like that traditional kind of crack stiffness there as well. They both have kind of a mix of semi-flex, semi-stiff type of feels off the handle, so you can go either way there. Then with 873, you get kind of the best of both worlds. You get kind of that two-piece forgiveness on a, obviously, one-piece model, so you get that extra kind of exit velo, things like that. This one, just incredible forgiveness, sound, everything like that. I can't wait to see KP swinging this out at Millington at the Memorial Conference event this weekend. I can only imagine this bat's going to make those fields look really small. But regardless, if you want to grab the 873, you got to get it from Miken's website. The Incognito, I believe the only place currently to get it from is from sportsexcellence.com. And then the Freak-A-Delic, I believe, is a Smash It Sports exclusive. So as far as those goes, if you need help grabbing any of them, just reach out. Sure, we can find you a code, something to save you some money, regardless of which model you go with. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully it's kind of helped you decide maybe you want to grab one of these, a different Miken, different brand, whatever it might be. Regardless, thanks for the support. Have a great day.
Thank you for watching Average Dude's Slow Pitch. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more content.